Hey guys, Stella Luna here. I apologize. I know it's been a while since I've been here. There's stuff going on, and I figured I would say hi. There's not much I can do. Um, it's been a little difficult lately. I do apologize for that. But I am back. What I am doing right now actually is just checking up on my blush. I'm sorry. Crush. I forgot blush is the boys. So I did go through and I've reset several times. What I've done is I finished Cassie, Mio, Quill, L, Nutaku, Iro, Fumi, and Nina so far. The problem why I'm a little stuck is Bonnabelle. So Bonnabelle needs art to be at iconoclast. Ayano needs these three traits: lucky, tenderness, mysterious at 60, and then Beverly needs the zoo job at art commanded. So as you see, I'm currently not there for those two jobs, and I am still 11 off from making those ones. But while I've been waiting for those, I moved past Nina to Alpha, Pamu, Luna, and Ava. Alpha's been pretty easy. I wasn't having too much of a problem with that, but because of my hobby levels, yeah, I'm still waiting for hobby levels to be at 50 for wisdom and suave. So I do have those. I did have those going, so I need to adjust. I need to add 6 more points to my hobbies. But for right now, what's going on is I actually, and I do think this is weird to admit, but I have major depressive disorder, which is MDD. It's a little difficult for me at times when something random just pops up and totally screws everything over for me. And there's been a lot, and I really mean a lot going on. So, for those of you that don't know that much, I was facing eviction. I had lost my job, so there was no way I was going to pay rent. But I am working on it. I am okay now with my rent. It's just a little difficult getting everything all set. But for now, I don't have too much problems. I'm able to get my rent paid. I'm doing a little bit better. And yes, for those of you that know how some depressions work, I don't eat as much as I should, but I am eating. I have been able to make myself eat something. Now, with sleep, though, sleep has been my big problem. I sleep way too much. Literally, I'll go to my classes and then come back and I just go right back to sleep. But there's really nothing I can do about it right now. It's been a process, and it will always be a process for me. Because, yeah, I'm one of those people that really don't like to admit that I need help. As my family, if they were here, would tell you. I am stubborn. I don't like to admit that I have screwed up, and I don't like depending on other people. But when you have those friends that actually just push into everything and show you how much they really care, it makes you aware of just how good it's been. You have times where you really don't feel like you should be here. You feel like there's no one that cares about you. And I know it's hard to do this, but talk to somebody. I don't like talking to people that are really close to me, that are right here, that can see me. But I talked to my friends online, and I was telling them about what was going on. And I really do appreciate what they did for me. They helped me pay my rent, and I don't have to worry about losing the roof over my head right now. But this is one of those things of, I know it's hard. And it was really hard for me when they did that for me, but I appreciate everything that they've done. They let me talk, they listened to everything that I told them, and they never judged. And as soon as I told them I was facing eviction, they had no second thoughts. I literally got the money within a couple hours, paid my rent, and I was good. I was done. There have been people in my life that tell me that they're my friends, that I can tell them anything, that I can ask for things if I ever need it. This is one of those times that I feel so lucky to have friends like that. Because as a kid, I didn't have it. A lot of the people in my childhood told me that they were my friends, but they weren't. And I understand where that messes with a lot of us as kids. We grow up through elementary school, through middle school, through high school, and it just ruins everything for us when we come out as adults. Not only do I have my major depressive disorder, I have wartime PTSD. I also have severe social anxiety. And for those of you that don't understand some people with social anxiety, I literally cannot go shopping by myself. I cannot go into a store. I can't go into a mall. If I am surrounded by too many people and it's too tight of a space, I can't do it. I literally will be sitting there or standing there trying to find a corner to hide in, to try and not be noticed. But these friends of mine have been helping me, talking with me, telling me, yes, it is a scary environment. Yes, they could never really understand how bad it is, but they listened. I had a couple of friends, as soon as I had a breakdown, I left the room that we were in, and they came after, and as soon as they noticed, they asked me. I had never told them about my social anxiety before that. They asked me, was it too many people in too small of a space? Then I realized I don't have to hide around them. I can tell them, yes, that was what was wrong. Now, I don't have any medical training to tell you guys, you need to do this, you need to do that. Heck, I don't even do that crap. With the doctors that I've seen and everybody I've talked to, there have been medicines that have worked a bit for a little while, and then all of a sudden they stop working. Then we have to change my medicine. We start that up. It works, but not as well. At least it takes the edge off. But there's also the fact that I have slowly stepped out of my bubble because of one person in my life so far. They've made it so much easier to lean on them. I live by myself. I'm all on my own in my apartment, doing nothing. Yeah, my neighbors are here. My neighbors help me when they can. But my family is far away. I can't afford the gas to go see them. When I want to go see them, half the time none of them are there. Or something really bad has come up that has made it hard to go see them. Now, it's understandable when it comes to stuff like that. My mom has had a hard time accepting that I'm completely different from the way I was as a kid. My brothers have seen me transition. The rest of my family, I try so hard to not give it away. But the ones that really knew me, they're the ones that noticed. It's not obvious when you know that person. If you actually talk to them, you tell them what's going on, there's that one person that will listen, even if they don't speak up. I'll always talk to somebody now. I really can't just sit there and deal with everything on my own anymore. I have someone to talk to now. And I really will not let it get to me anymore because I don't want it to win. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. All of us go through it. Everybody has their own battles that they're fighting. It's stress. It's trying to live up to others' expectations. It's showing society you are who they want you to be. And I understand that. I understand being someone that you don't want to be. But take it in slow increments. Test the little bit of waters that you can. Yeah, you're sitting on the shore because you know that there's too many things out there. But you have to realize it's either staying on that shore and not seeing things in a new light, or you have two choices. You take someone's hand, walk with them. They could be a friend, they could be a neighbor, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, just a random acquaintance throughout your day. Yes, be careful. Yes, make sure that you know who you're talking to is who you really are talking to. But test your waters a little bit. Try and step out of your norm. I used to not walk every night. I would literally just come home and go to sleep, like I said. But I've actually slowly been walking and I start feeling a little bit better. I've actually gotten up to where I can go 2 kilometers almost every night walking. And for me, that's been a really big accomplishment. I never liked to walk. I never liked to do anything. I am taking my time. I am working through this. It just takes time. You can't just jump full in and not expect yourself to get scalded, to get washed by the waves, slammed into the reef. You have to know where you're stepping in. If you don't know, find someone that knows. I took someone's hand. I walked with them because they knew. And they're showing me that, yes, I have my problems, but I also have something that they admire, that they enjoy. And it just means the world to them sometimes when you are who you are, not what people want you to be. Now, I know it's difficult to admit that you're hurting, that things aren't the way they are. But I do want to say that finding the time to sit there and think of small ways you can start doing things. You can take a random little detour. It doesn't have to be the next block over. Let's say you're walking home and there's this bus stop you usually go to, but you notice that the other bus stop is just a bit farther. Make that little walk. Make that initiative. If you can't catch the bus at a certain time, see what other times will work for you. Yeah, you can work around a lot of things. But I personally do not condone alcohol, drugs, or anything like that. If you do it randomly, if you do it rarely, don't do it alone. When you're by yourself and you're drinking, it makes it worse. When you're by yourself and you have other things in your system, I don't know from experience, but I've seen it. I lost someone because they were by themselves. I know it sounds stupid, but let somebody know where you are. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, your sister, somebody. Tell them, hey, I'm going to this place. I might be about this long. Tell them who you're going with. Introduce your friends to who you know. If you're going to go out with somebody, let them see that person. It doesn't have to be a family member. It can be a friend. If you tell a friend that you're going to go see somebody, just as backup, have them go with you. That way they know where you guys are. You guys don't have to go to the same place. The person I'm talking about thought that they could trust the person that they met. Nobody knew anything. All they did was talk about the person. No one physically saw who the person was. No one knew where that person lived. My friend never made it home. I'm not saying that you have to completely divulge every little detail of what you're doing in a night. But have an idea of what you're doing in a night. All we knew was our friend was meeting that person. They were meeting that person. We don't know where. We don't know what time. We don't know what day. But as soon as our friend's work was starting to call their mom, their dad, then their mom and dad called us. When was the last time you saw them? Did they tell you anything? Do you know who they were with? None of us knew. And the next time we saw that person, they were in a box. And we were saying goodbye. We had no idea where they went. We had no idea who they were with. It's bad that I'm telling you guys this, I know. But little details help. I've been dealing with this loss for a long time right now. And it's been impacted with my personal situation. And I do apologize that it's a dark, really dark video. It's a really dark thing to come over when I really don't talk. I really don't do things. But I need you guys to understand. You have to tell somebody. It's not because it's a stupid thing. It's not, I shouldn't have to check in, I'm an adult. I shouldn't have to check in, I'm old enough to be on my own. When you leave, everything is done for you. But for the rest of us that are left behind, we're always wondering why. Why did you not tell us? Why did you not show us this person? Why did you not give us any sort of information? There are those of you that I love as my friend, as another human being, no matter what gender you are, what you look like. If you're physically male but you're female in mind, what have you, I don't care. Hell, you could be a freaking 6'3" guy that likes to wear cute clothes. And that's not bad. Don't ever talk down to somebody just because they have something that makes them happy. Because that festers and makes it even less of a thing for you to be happy about. It torments you. Well, that's my timer. I do apologize again that this is a rather dull and emotional and rather dark video, but I had to get that off my chest. And what better way than to not have to face anybody and actually say something? But I will say that I'm going to start playing random games again. I'm going to see what I can do once I get enough income to actually start buying games. That way I can look through them. But I might just go through the little free for playing. And I'll look through those and I'll see what I can do. That way I can go ahead and just explore stuff. Put my critiques out there and see what's going on with some of this stuff. There are a lot of you out there that can do these amazing games and stuff, but there's like little tidbits here and there that kind of get messed up and you don't notice it because you've been working on this entire huge project. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. But it is my personal opinion. There's no reason for anybody to be upset about it. There's no reason for anybody to take it out on any developer, anything like that. I don't want you guys to be mad at anybody. I want you guys to be happy. Besides the games, I might do a little bit of other stuff here and there, but I think for now, until I get a little more comfortable, I'll just do the games without webcam. And then maybe some random videos here and there of other things, but for right now, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I do apologize. It actually was a really cleansing thing to do. I do feel a lot better than I did when I started this. And the only thing I can think of is I really do enjoy my time when I'm able to just zone out on a game and learn about it. I want to see what people have done. I want to see what things that have been in other people's heads for developing these. And it's so amazing to do stuff like this. It doesn't even have to be a game. I'll go through comics or something. I don't know. I just want to see things. I like seeing things people do. Eventually I might have enough courage to actually show you guys what I do and what I have done, but we'll see. For right now, have a good night, good day, good morning, what have you, and take care of yourselves. Thank you so much. Bye bye.